Track baby, track another one.
DUSE M,
Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump on it.
Jump on it, jump on it. Ride it like Jockey. The hell smoking that loud, lace the yak with mine. Make your mama proud, popping it like shot. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
Ain't never popped a Molly, but if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge image. Till the day they go before anything box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply change my route. On my hobby.
My bad. Where's welcome to the DAMU and KIWE Conversations, home of the West Coast, the voice of the culture. DUSE M's the Don. There you go. Hey, the good people up in here, bang that like button on y'all way in. Tell a friend y'all in here with the Don. DUSE M's, man, we got the content. Hey, listen, if you on YouTube, go ahead and pull up. You know what I'm saying? If you on YouTube, go ahead and pull up. We on, if you on Instagram, go to the YouTube or Twitch. You only gonna get an hour of content on Instagram. So I'm just go on live on Instagram so people know we live. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people miss it. You know what I'm saying? So you got two chances. This is your chance right now. You dig? Hashtag ETE, hashtag ETD. Spirit Wonder is in the chat. Where's salute. Movers and shakers, salute. Bang that like button, man. We need y'all to hype me up. Papa Dirt. Salute my DAMU and KIWE Conversation family. Love y'all, man. It ain't nothing but love. You already know that, Papa Dirt. Eddie Dixon, no audio. Salute. What I got it now? We got it. My guy. You dig? All right. You know what I'm saying? It's on the YouTube streets is on fire right now. The YouTube streets is on fire right now. Let's go ahead and bang that like button. If you just coming in, bang that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get right into the content. See, we ain't doing all that. You come and get it. You gonna miss something over here playing with us because we gonna get right into the content. Curtis Castro Lopez, whoa, Yay Area Detroiter, best channel on YouTube. That's a fact. Let's get into this good old content.
Yo, ping Ray in here, bro.
It's Ray Give TV.
I don't know why it's slowing down.
Let's get right to it.
It's that simple, nigga.
What's up?
No cap network.
What's up with that?
I don't know why it does that. Let's go.
Snoopy badass though, like he been saying some shit about him and Wacko and all this shit. Like,
I mean, he putting his content up. His content is real.
Hey, Snoop, bad luck cheeseburger Chuck, you such a dick sucking bitch. We gonna start off already. The Golden Knee Pad Award. I guess he must have heard we was doing the awards again. We gonna have to do that real soon too, bro. But the Golden Knee Pad Award, he's going hard in the paint. Kid the Barber, salute. No Cap Network, salute. John Bankhead, salute. Cheeseburger Chuck really be putting his nose in LA business and LA politics. And he ain't even no fucking gang member.
I mean, I sent him all the text messages. Don't ask me. Don't question me about some paperwork. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go do just what I did. I'm going to go order my paperwork,
show you the envelope it came in, send you it, then I'm gonna ask you about your work. So where your work at, homie? With your work, yeah, they said you had a case that you did a going to jail party for and never went to jail. Where your working case number? Oh, bro, you can't call me, question me about mine. Where's yours at? Here go my work. Here go my. You notice ain't nobody talking about that Texas case no more.
We talk about the Texas case tonight, CS2.
I didn't send the work out. See, now when you read it, remember they was like, oh, the interest of justice.
Move.
You stupid. If you read the goddamn paperwork, you see the police got caught lying dead bang on the goddamn stand.
No,
First and foremost, there is no indication that the police got caught lying on the stand in the Texas paperwork. Zero. In fact, the judge made a ruling on the motion to suppress that the Darren Chase produced enough prima facie showing that WACK100 would be going to trial and that the case would not be dismissed or the evidence, it was a legal search. So he's saying that Darren Chase was caught lying on the stand. We have all of the paperwork except the date it got dismissed in the interest of justice. We got the court's order, but we want the transcripts. That's what we told Wack to go get. He ain't gonna go get it, but we'll break all of that down soon also. But let's get back to this. That's a lie.
I actually talked to a dude that freed, like, remember the dude you told me how I got.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut in my debut voice.
With motherfucking Prince. I talked to him and he told me, yeah, bro, that's a thing.
We talk about it every day.
They do that. I swear to God,
bro. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. When we came in and filed the motion to suppress, and the judge didn't grant it, the judge knew he was in. I got a police officer that got caught lying on the stand.
People necessarily don't even like you. I'm not saying Tommy Walker don't, but I'm just saying like it's people that's involved that don't fuck with you. And even Tommy Walker was like, nah, that's what they do. That's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean nobody ratting and nothing like that. Where you get that from? I swear to God, bro. Nigga told me that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Because these niggas online trying to say the nigga a rat. You like, no, Google it. Use ChatGPT. They say use ChatGPT.
Hey, bro, listen to me. Listen to me. Everybody got all the work, every page to it. Ain't nobody talking about it. If you read the paperwork, it's going to show you the officer lied on the stand.
So there goes the indictment. We got this indictment. Nowhere in this indictment does it says that Darren Chase lied on the stand. He's lying.
Attorneys, a bail's attorney, the attorney in Texas. I spent $400 beating that. What's up with it? I wasn't playing with it. I was playing with them people. I only had like 5, 6 court dates. I only had to show up to like 2 or.
Wait, that nigga said he only had 5 or 6 court dates in 6 years, nigga. Damn.
3 of them. That's it, nigga. They was
and
waiting
he only
for me
had
to get
show up
twisted.
to 3.
Motion to suppress your motherfucking your goddamn officer just lied. No probable cause. How you get to the trunk?
Well, he got to the trunk because the dog, once he called for the dog, you acted suspicious. You was bent over, nervous as a church house mouse, or better yet, shaking like a snitch at a gangster party. That got him suspicious. Then when you signed your ticket, you did it so fast and turned around to run. He said, well, do you mind if I search the car? And you said, no. And the way you had been talking to him with baritone and all of that, he could tell that no came from your stomach. You couldn't even breathe right. You were so scared. So he brought the dog. And the canine came and got a hit on the right side of the car. The right side of the car where was the passenger side. Didn't your brother get caught with weed paraphernalia and all of that in Texas? Oh, yeah. We know how he got to the car.
Nigga said, well, he gave me reason because he told me he left L.A. on the 15th and he rented the car on the 15th and the rental car receipt said he just had rented it 4 hours ago on the 16th, the day I pulled him over. A motherfucking attorney looked at him and said, Your Honor, can I give you exhibit A? Here you go. And you look at that, yeah, what is this? This is a rental car. And you hand that to
Bang that like button.
the officer. Yeah. Officer, can you read the information on that rental car receipt? Day of
This is the discovery order. Okay?
rental. Says day of rental, April 15th. Now, what did you just say? Oh, it must have been an oversight. I thought it said the 16th. So you saying because you thought it said the 16th, this was your reason for suspicion. No drugs. The drug dog get hit.
Stand on the
You don't
media.
see nothing
Salute.
in the vehicle based upon this motherfucker
Bang that like button.
that you're now reading that says what date? April 15th. Can he have made it from that place to that place if he left at that time?
Facts,
yes,
fresh.
yeah,
Always.
yes, he could have. Okay, we move from motion to suppress. See, when the judge didn't grant it, the judge knew he fucked up, but we knew why he didn't grant it. He'd have granted that everybody that officer then pulled over and locked up behind the search is now able to come back down on the appeal for case study. We knew what they was going to do. He said, keep your nose clean. They're going to have to kick it out. Took 5-6 years. The judge knew it. If you notice, he never bounded my case over to Superior Court. Nigga came and dismissed
Man,
in the
nigga, Wack, you a bitch. Shut your bitch
right?
ass
Yeah, that's
up,
I don't
bro.
even know. Y'all don't even talk to niggas I don't know. So Chuck, you like 2-3 years too late, my nigga. Do it with somebody else. Go tell your bitch that you got to talk to another man to try to get some attention. If I don't know you, we don't understand. G, I know him. I do with him a little bit. You, nigga, I don't know. That's like some hoe shit right there. Trying to get another man's attention. Now, that's some gay ass shit.
Yeah, that
Real,
nigga
for real.
he raises his hand and then
Gay shit. That's what I'm saying. I feel sorry for the women, bro. This is the type of men the women is stuck with. Men that try to get another man's attention. It's crazy. Like, I be having to look at myself like, damn, niggas,
Bang that like button, man. Y'all coming
You
up
must
in
be
here. Them
somebody
likes
Rudy
ain't
Lowe.
Hey,
natural.
Rudy Lowe.
Now listen.
it's crazy.
Hey, Rudy Lowe, you there?
It's definitely a lie.
Yeah, I'm here,
Yeah,
Chuck.
Rudy.
That's oop.
Hey, bro. Hey, Rudy Lowe, you seen that shit before? Where, like in other states where it say like interest of justice and shit like that, because
Oh,
they trying
of
to
course.
say,
I always knew what that meant.
yeah,
That's like, I don't know, man. Like,
Hey, bro, but see, Chuck, here with the thing. They don't want to read the work. You notice that? They don't want to read the work. Read the
Done
work.
been read the
You got an
word.
officer call line on the stand.
let me ask Rudy what his thoughts on it is.
Just what I'm
Your
saying,
thoughts
Chuck.
is.
When it comes to grammar, you know, like grammar, the language we speak, when it comes to like the alphabets and,
Yeah.
and the vowels and all that.
'Cause this man. Hey, let me say this though, Rudy. This man freed himself from a life sentence, so he know law. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
my God.
Say what you got to say.
Nigga freed himself from a life sentence, so he know law. And he also probably know how to suck a mean phallus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Ain't that like
terminology
button?
or the phrase interest of justice, let's say contempt, let's say certain things like that is like common words in a legal language. You know,
Those are common words in the legal language. Contempt. We're talking about in the interest of justice.
I mean, in the legality of it. So if you know about law, you would know what the interest of justice means. with prejudice or without prejudice. You feel what I'm saying?
You would know what the interest of justice mean, with prejudice or without prejudice. Nasty
You
word.
would know the difference between reasonable doubt and a certainty of evidence. You know what I mean? It's different levels or different prongs or different interpretations of the shit. But yeah, it's an interest of justice. That always existed before we was born.
Right.
That's without prejudice.
But if you would, like, let me ask you, if you would have seen that.
Bust this, yo, Chuck. See, you see the scenario he just explained? Bust this.
Mm-hmm.
In 96, I had a case. I had a gun case, my second gun case, right? I had a hearing. I won my suppression hearing. The probable cause why they approached me. I won it. I was out on bail. They adjourned it so I could come back to get the written decision. Before that happened, it was a mother and a son. The son was an adult. They got pulled over in Manhattan and got knocked with like 3-4 bricks, right? The judge dismissed it. They had a hearing. The judge dismissed it. What his name is? I think Eric Adams or Giuliani. I don't know, it was Giuliani then. Giuliani reversed it. He publicly laughed at the judge, and the judge reversed that case in Manhattan. So my judge, when I had my hearing, he didn't let me win my shit because my case was the very first case he had in Supreme Court. He just got the Supreme Court. And when stuff like that happens, that goes in a record and it determines their future and all that. So they don't be wanting to make shaky decisions.
To do with the
so he
interest
reversed my shit and didn't dismiss my shit. So shit happens like that. It's politics.
What the fuck that dude talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, he just want to be heard, man.
No, I was just like, when you hear some shit like that, do you think of like, oh, it ain't snitch?
No, because I know what it means. See, if you a layman, if you a layman, then yeah. But if you know law, then no, you're not. Because just like he said, the most famous book I fuck with the law is the Black Law Dictionary, bro. It's just like a regular dictionary. It's just got legal terminology.
Hey, Chuck, I sent you to work, right, Chuck?
I sent you to work, right, Chuck? Well, he said he sent the settlement agreement to Chuck, too. I told Chuck to send it to me. I ain't got no response from Cheeseburger Chuck yet. Any other time he quick to respond, right? Bad luck, Cheeseburger.
Yeah, he the errand boy.
Yeah, the errand boy. I said, send that. Since he remember he was like, hey Chuck, look, I settled the case out. Now he acting like he ain't looking. He already know what's going on. But while he's talking about interest of justice, we're gonna go ahead and get into some of this, and then we'll get right back to the content, right? Because we got a couple content. Bang that like button. The good old peoples is up in here for the content. Share the live. Renegade Duchess. Salute. Charger City. Mike B. He freed himself, all right. He told on everybody.
Right.
Dude's better in my DM when he about to drop. Hey, J86, what's your DM, brother? I don't better do nothing but be black and die, but I would definitely make sure that I start looking for your DM and sending it to you, because I don't want to get hit in the back of my head, brother. You know what I'm saying? Over some content. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go ahead and go to this real quick. Boom. Boom. Oh, this is the case investigator summary. So, y'all remember this? Oh, okay. So if you don't know what this is the CS2 back paperwork. Y'all can see it now, big as hell. The transcribed wiretap, right? That's the transcribed wiretap. So I sent this to ChatGPT. And I said, what if I told you I was an ex-felon caught in Texas transporting 3 guns across interstate lines from California? I somehow managed to get released, was then involved in another separate investigation of Deja 34 Records, and was fingered as the person Robert Ross, Stutterbox, sent to tell Shaquille O'Neal and Mark Stevens that Robert Ross has a sex tape of Shaquille O'Neal and a woman not his wife. And TMZ would pay a lot for that video. My house gets raided by Federal Joint Task Force investigating Death Row Records, Mainstream Mafia Crips, and Deja 34 Records. The task force also stopped my diesel truck and searched that. Inside my home in Quartz Hills, Lancaster, California, multiple firearms were found. 2 days after the raid on my home, I admittingly went to speak with the Federal Joint Task Force at FBI headquarters in Los Angeles on a Sunday afternoon. On a Sunday afternoon, it was me, Chiron, and a homie, a lighter shade of brown. On a Sunday afternoon, and was confronted about the guns being found in my home as an ex-felon. I was also confronted about being caught on a wiretap, believed by the task force to have been talking about weight of drugs. But I tell the head of the task force, that call is me talking about luxury cars I was moving on my diesel. I challenged the task force to prove that I lived at the Quartz Hills address. I remained free from jail 6 years. Despite all this interaction with law enforcement, before my attorney on the Texas gun case filed a motion to suppress evidence found in my rental car in Texas based upon illegal search and seizure. That motion gets denied by the court. Then a month after that denial, which also coincidentally is a month after the Mainstream Mafia Crips are indicted, my Texas gun case is dismissed in the interest of justice. I have changed my story on why my case was dismissed publicly on several occasions and denied any involvement with the Main Street Crips investigation, despite public investigative reports of my neighbor and friend Robert Ross implicating me as the friend he sent to pass on the blackmail extortion message of a sex tape to Shaquille O'Neal and Mark Stevens. And Mark Stevens' interview with sheriffs corroborated that fact. Mark Stevens and Robert Ross later accused me of being the confidential source on a phone call with Mark Stevens, trying to get on the phone call with Main Street Mafia Crip leader Ladell Rawls, to advise him that Robert Ross had went sour and the phones are compromised. That confidential source was referred to as CS2 Back, or the WACK boy. I publicly stated that the transcribed wiretap was made up by a blood gang member, which would actually be DUSE M, right? Who was never around Main Street Mafia Crips, Deja 34 Records, or Death Row Records. I have maintained that the blood member added some back shit. A sheriff detective named Michael Coet has publicly said that I was the only person arrested in connection with these investigations. Detective Greg Caden, who was the head of the Joint Task Force, later admitted that was obviously me on the wiretap conversations with Mark Stevens and Ladell Rawls. What is the chances that I did not cooperate with these investigations to get off of my legal woes, especially when the Texas case was dismissed in the interest of justice? ChatGPT said, I can answer this, but I need to be extremely clear. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. And I'm not giving legal advice. I'm simply analyzing the logic patterns and probabilities based on how federal task force, wiretap cases, and multi-agency investigations typically work. Short answer: honest, neutral, and analytical, based only on the facts you yourself provided. The probability that someone in that situation cooperated in some form, whether formally informally or strategically is very high. Why? Very high. ChatGPT says if a person in that situation, the chances they cooperated is very high. Why? Because the combination of multiple gun incidents as a felon, the guns in Texas and the guns found at his home. You police then caught you with all these guns and you got no case. Interstate transport of the guns, federal raids, wiretaps, extortion adjacent allegations, connections to multi-defendant RICO adjacent investigations. That's multi-RICOs. Meetings with task force leaders, staying free for years during active indictments. Texas case dismissed in the interest of justice after the suppression motion was denied. Is exceptionally rare for someone who provides no cooperation whatsoever. That doesn't mean you were an informant, but it absolutely means law enforcement believe you were helping them in some way, even if you never viewed it as cooperation. Now, let me break down exactly why. Listen, bro, ChatGPT is telling me, because they thinking I'm whack, right? I told them I'm speaking to them as if I'm whack, right? And them thinking that I'm whack, they're telling me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not judging you, you know what I'm saying? But it's highly likely someone in the situation cooperated. What you was finna say, bro? I thought you was saying something.
Yeah, hold on, give me a minute.
All right. Salute DUSE M the Don. Salute everyone in the chat listening while I'm on the road. Hey, man. Salute to Drew V. Renegade Duchess with the Henny glass. Mikey B. Stand on the media. Hey, listen, man. The good people is in here. But it's about the flame whack don't play.
All
oh,
right.
yeah. It's go ahead, bro. What you were saying?
Man, this dude is a straight clown. I'm listening to this shit, right? How in the fuck did you talking about, oh, yeah, I had to do this and do that, and automatically once the feds talk to the prosecutor, and the feds and the prosecutor agree on both motherfucking things, all the things the judge gonna rule is in the interest of justice. Yeah, he had to come back and check. He had to do what is called. He had to do check status, so he had to come back to Texas. That's why he only showed up a few times. But once his interest of justice was done, he got his record cleared. So why he trying to spin some fucking narrative, man? I don't get it.
Oh, I get it. I know exactly why you're trying to spin a narrative. So let's get back into it. We laughing, but he is really dangerous with that bag. Damn, that's fire. Yeah, that was some smart shit right there, right? Even Alex got tired of his shit, ran a Streettv episode just about him. Oh, we running that next, Lou. We got it in we got that loaded up. Oh, hold on. Is that the fuck boy? What's happening with it? God. King Doodles, what's up, man? We got all the whole gang's up here. My pops up here. JJ Brim, what up? Nigel Nightmare, FBI whack. Yeah, it's nasty work, bro. Check this out, though. We just getting started. So they're going to explain that first, law enforcement believed that WACK100 was helping them in some way. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me break down exactly why. Detailed analysis. 1, being a felon caught transporting multiple guns interstate is normally an automatic federal case. WACK100, question number 1. How is this case where you admitted to the police, your big mouth ass, you ain't supposed to say shit to the police, but you snitched on yourself, self-snitching, the big dummy, bozo. You told them that you were coming from California, headed to Oklahoma to pick up your mom for a funeral because your brother had just got killed. That right there, anything you say can and will be used against you. It's evidence that you came from California. Also, evidence that you came from California was the fact that you just had got the rental car from Lancaster, California, and it only had a 48-hour rental date. But in any event, these are the federal charges that he's supposed to be in charge with. 18 USC 922G, 18 USC 924, 18 USC 922A3, and 18 USC subsection 371 if a conspiracy is alleged. Those charges almost always go federal, almost always stick. They rarely get dismissed without a fight, and they carry mandatory minimum years. Walking away from that alone is statistically very unusual.
Hell yeah, not in Texas. He must be out his rabbit ass mind. Not no Texas.
They not even just talking about Texas. They talking about federally, because this
federal anywhere, right?
Right. So, number two, this is why it's highly unusual and likely that I cooperated with law enforcement. You were raided by a joint federal task force. Joint task force means FBI, Los Angeles Sheriff Department, major crimes, LAPD, SIS, ATF, sometimes IRS or the DEA. If they hit your home and your diesel truck and found weapons as a felon and you still walk free, that raises questions. Joint task forces don't normally raid someone and then say, well, hey, have a good day, sir. That's not how they operate. 3, you voluntarily met with them at FBI office on a Sunday. This part is striking. Now, you ain't got to believe me. You can believe Detective Greg Caton, and I'm going to show y'all the work. The work. The day that he met with WACK100 at FBI headquarters. The day the search warrant was served on WACK100. 2 days apart. They raided Friday. By Sunday, they had him singing like he was in the choir at FBI headquarters. In the upper conference room. Nasty work. Agents don't meet you on a Sunday during an active RICO enterprise extortion investigation unless they want your cooperation. We heard Greg Caton say that when he came down there, he gave him a chance to tell him what he know, and in hopes that he had information to help him with their case. And they wanted your information, your cooperation. They think you're connected to a major target. WACK100 and Greg Caton admitted that Stutterbox had told them you were connected to Marion Suge Knight. Shout out to Simon. You are potentially valuable as a witness or a source. Ooh-wee. Confidential source to back. The situation is time sensitive. Sunday meetings equal high value information or high risk subjects. Nasty work. 4, you challenge them to prove you lived at the address. This is something lawyers normally tell clients not to do. But if they raided, found guns, could only charge you if you had constructive possession and they were unsure they could prove residency, then they might hold the case and wait. That scenario is highly consistent with someone they believe might later provide assistance. 5. You remain free for 6 years while Main Street Mafia Crips were under investigation, Deja 34 Records was under investigation, Death Row adjacent associates were under investigation, Robert Ross, Mark Stevens, and others were being interviewed or indicted. A person who is believed to be deeply involved usually gets indicted, detained, named in filings, charged federally, but you remain entirely free for 6 years during an investigation that ultimately indicted others. That is not normal. 6. Suppression denied. Case suddenly dismissed in the interest of justice. This is the biggest red flag. See, the title was WACK100 Blammer case won't go away. Streettv calls cap on the WorldStarHipHop case. The Blammer case won't go away because we got common sense. Y'all bang that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? ChatGPT is telling you out of everything we done went through, CS2 back paperwork, the wiretap, being out 6 years, the biggest red flag was the case in Texas. The motion to suppress being denied, and then the case suddenly being dismissed in the interest of justice. When suppression fails, prosecutors gain leverage. So when WACK100 lawyers filed the motion to suppress all evidence discovered through this search because they're claiming the search was illegal, and the judge makes a ruling that says, no, it was a legal search, WACK loses leverage. At that point, the prosecutors in a power of position of in a position of power, they got more leverage. Cases after that, you typically accelerate toward plea deals or trial. But your case was not pled. Your case was not tried. WACK100, your case was dismissed when they had all of the leverage on their side. And not dismissed for a lack of evidence, not dismissed for improper procedure like illegal search, but dismissed in the interest of justice. That phrase is rarely used except when the defendant is assisting in a sensitive investigation. The defendant's continued prosecution conflicts with another federal interest. That means another investigation they working on, if they put you in the jail, you can't continue working and helping. It'll compromise another case. Is that the Deja 34 Records investigation? The Main Street Mafia Crip investigation? Is that the Death Row Records Suge Knight investigation? Or is it D, all of the above? Or the government wants to avoid revealing protected cooperation, not just a regular witness or cooperant, not just an ordinary protected cooperation, which means you are 137. They got to protect your identity. It's extremely rare for a felon in possession case to be dropped that way especially after suppression is denied. 7, you are publicly identified as the only person arrested. That aligns with someone who was arrested, then pivoted into a different status within the investigation, not necessarily official informant. So a different status, pivoting to, so you went from suspect to a different status. I was a target. I was a target. Targets get flipped once they caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, and they go into a different status, and therefore did not get indicted with the final group. This pattern is very common in federal gang and enterprise cases. 8, detectives publicly stating that was obviously him on the wiretap. If law enforcement knows it was your voice and still chose not to charge you while others were indicted for less involvement, that is highly inconsistent with no cooperation. 9, you changed your story publicly several times, WACK100. You brought your brother on, and you guys said the case was dismissed because Trooper Darren Chase was caught sending dick pics to an underage minor. Then you initially said it was dismissed for illegal search and seizure. Now you admit it was dismissed in the interest of justice, but you're claiming that the police was caught, it was dismissed also because the police was caught lying on the stand. That's 4 different reasons you done gave us about why that case was dismissed in the interest of people who are not cooperating usually tell one story. I beat the case because the cops were wrong. People who did cooperate, whether formally or informally, tend to deflect. Sounds familiar? Replace timeline details. Oh, that's what he done. Shift the narrative. Emphasize misunderstandings. Blame the work fake. Lamonte went and added some back shit to the paperwork. Claimed things were fabricated by enemies. Separate themselves from major targets. Your description matches that pattern. So they telling me that my description matches the pattern of someone who cooperated. Again, I'm not saying you cooperated. I'm analyzing the pattern compared to thousands of similar cases. Final assessment, neutral analytical, based strictly on the facts you provided. The likelihood that someone in your position cooperated in some form, formal, informal, partial, unintentional, or strategic is 80 to 95% probability. God damn. 80, bang that like button. 80 to 95% probability that I cooperated with these under these circumstances. Well, for those in the chat who don't know, I'm DUSE M, and none of that never happened to me. No. This was the story of Cash McElroy Jones. Elroy's duh.
Officer McElroy. It strikes again.
VR salute. Get him, DUSE, from target to cooperative. Exactly, bro. He got flipped. You know what I'm saying? And it started with the Texas case. It might have been before then. That's all we know about. You know what I'm saying? But what we is gonna do is we gonna get back to the content because we got the Streettv video too. But yeah, this is some nasty work. CS2 back. Now, wonder you can't stop defending yourself on this, bro. I'm not finna keep defending my motherfucking self if I ain't guilty. Nigga, it's been 3 years. This nigga, he can't get it out of his mind, and he just keep lying.
Yeah, you send me to work.
Look, listen, Chuck, listen, let me tell you something. What kills me is this. I don't know why these niggas think I can't go get my own paperwork, right? Right? And what kills it is this. Now the paperwork is there. You mean you got 20-something pages of WACK100 paperwork? You don't want to read it? Why you don't want to read it? Why you don't want to read it?
Yeah.
Have you seen somebody read WACK and blasted it out? Read the work. You know why they don't want to read it? Because it shows the drug dog ran around the car, didn't hit. It shows the officer said he gave Mr. Jones a warning ticket and released him from custody. Then the attorney says, well, why did you come back? Well,
if it was Wack, if it was anybody else, they would have already knew, like, if that shit lasts for that long, it's probably because they don't got no case. They just
bro, the nigga knew he fucked up when the nigga said the suspicion was he said he left LA at this time on this date, but how could you leave LA on the 15th when the rental car receipt says you just got it in LA on the 16th? Nigga, my motherfucking attorney said, well, you look at the, is this the receipt? Yeah. Can you read it? What's the date of rental? April 15th. Are you sure you want to stand on that, deputy? Oh, I guess I made a mistake. So your mistake is the reason why you double back after you released him from custody with a warning ticket and made him get out and search the trunk? It was game over right there. Any nigga that didn't fought a case is game over.
You agree, Rudy?
How you
talking about?
Hey, Rudy Lowe, you agree? That's right. Like, I know you probably don't, of course, he don't got to work. He don't got to work. But what I'm saying is, like
send it to him. I put the work on the internet. Everybody got it.
He said, no, Rudy probably don't, he probably never seen it. But what I'm saying is,
Chuck, all you got to do real quick is Google the interest of justice. It's going to tell you the definition.
I know, I see it.
Well, we just told you about interest of justice. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's go to that real quick, right? So let's see where I maybe already got it pulled up. All right, let's see. In this case, what does in the interest of what does dismiss? Bear with me. Dismiss in the interest of justice mean? Oh, this is going to be really good. They said Google in the interest of justice. Dismissing the interest of justice does not mean you were innocent, and it does not mean the search was illegal. It usually means for reasons the court and or the prosecutor think are bigger than this one case, we're deciding not to go forward with the prosecution. That's it. It's a policy, fairness, public interest dismissal, not a technical one. What it can mean in a gun case like yours. In most cases, most states and in federal court, that phrase is a kind of catch-all, common reason. The government wants to protect something or someone, a confidential source, an ongoing larger investigation. Hold on, let me show y'all this because I don't want y'all to think I can't make this shit up, man.
Keep cooking his ass, cooking him. You ruined the stew.
You ruined the stew. Keep cooking. Shit. They understand the assignment. They know what the fuck is going on. Keep cooking.
What it can mean in a gun
Shit.
case like yours. In most states and in federal court, that phrase is a kind of catch-all. Common reasons. The government wants to protect something or someone. A confidential source. CS2 back. Confidential source 2 back. AKA the whack boy. An ongoing larger investigation. The government wants to protect a ongoing larger investigation. They want to protect sensitive tactics, wiretaps, or paperwork that would come out in discovery. The case is technically
informants too.
Go ahead.
Other informants too.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Other informants too.
Yeah. The case is technically prosecutable, but politically or practically bad. It makes the government look dirty or inconsistent. Risk exposing internal conflicts between agencies. Oh, shit. It can risk exposing internal conflicts between agencies, would complicate or jeopardize a bigger conspiracy or RICO case. Damn. I wonder if the Main Street case was bigger than this little gun case he got. 3 guns in Texas, or Shaquille O'Neal, Marty Mark Stevens, Del Dog, kidnapping, Ray J, kidnapping Robert Ross, Death Row, Suge Knight, the murder of Biggie Smalls, the murder of Tupac Shakur. I wonder if those are bigger cases than that pistol case. I think I would bet on it that those is bigger cases. The prosecutor think it's not worth it anymore. Key eyewitnesses become unreliable, scared, or disappeared. Evidence problems they don't want to admit on the record. The defendant is already wrapped up in other stuff or has provided some kind of help or a combination of all of the above. None of those require the judge to say you didn't do it. They're saying, even if we could go ahead, we're choosing not to for broader reasons. So the big question is, which one of these is WACK100? Because if it's this one, a confidential source, then he's down bad. An ongoing larger investigation, which means he's going bad. Sensitive tactics, wiretaps, or paperwork that would come out in discovery and show that he was snitching. That's all bad. The case is prosecuted, make the government look dirty or inconsistent. He should have argued this before, but he's so dumb. He be getting confronted, running his mouth, and he just be winging it. Risk exposing internal conflicts between agencies would complicate or jeopardize a bigger conspiracy or RICO case. In your situation, based on what you told me, you said felon plus multiple guns plus interstate equals serious case. Motion to suppress denied. So the search stands on the record. Case sits for years while Joint Task Force works, Main Street Mafia Crip, Deja 34, Death Row stuff. Then after those big indictments, your gun case is dismissed in the interest of justice. That combination strongly suggests one of these. You or your situation become tied to a larger ongoing investigation. Continuing with your case might have exposed the CI designation. It keep coming up, don't it? For forced disclosure of wiretap, audio, affidavits, or task force strategy. it might have undermined something the feds were doing with the mainstream mafia Crips in the Deja 34. The state and feds decided your value as a witness, source, or narrative piece was more important than punishing you for the gun. Damn. Bro, are you guys listening to what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because remember when I was talking about a while back, when you got two departments in the Fed department, feds in California, feds in Texas, yeah, they trying to play tug of war. Who's gonna get the credit? Who's gonna get this? Who's gonna get that? So because of all that stuff that was going on in California, they said, okay, well, as long as y'all get us the credit on the back end, y'all can take him, and if it peaks in the interest of justice, we'll let him go. If not, I tell you what, why don't you just hand him over back down south? We'll take care of him. But because him providing all that information and telling and being that rat and that fuck nigga that he is, that's why it would satisfy their interest of justice. Because both departments got credit for that, both feds.
So they said the state or the feds decided that my value, meaning WACK100, as a witness, source, or a narrative piece was more important than punishing me for the gun. They wanted the case gone without creating an appealable legal ruling. If they admitted bad search or bad stop, that could hurt other cases using the same officers or tactics. Interest of justice lets them dismiss quietly without saying why. Oh, so that's why WACK kept trying to say, oh, they just didn't want to admit that. This is what he's trying to say. Again, I'm not saying what you did or didn't do. I'm saying what that phrase usually signals when suppression is denied, the charges are serious, the case lingers, and then gets dismissed after related gang indictments. It's less you were cleared and more for reasons we're not going to spell out on the record. We're ending this prosecution because it's better for the system that way. Damn. If you ever want to know exactly how the court framed it in your file, the thing to ask a lawyer for is the dismissal order and any prosecutor's motion or docket entry that led to it. So that's what we need. WACK100. We need the prosecution's motion and docket entry to why your case was dismissed in the interest of justice. You said you got your work, right? Well, that should be in your work. Nasty work. Let's get to this other thing, man. Finish this up. We only got about 4 minutes of this. Then we're gonna go to Alex Alonso and Munchie got on CS2 Blammer today. CS2 badges.
Hey, bro, that's what the so Tommy Walker hit we put hey Tommy Walker, what does this mean? And he hit back. He like, yo, that shit don't mean what them niggas saying on
Them niggas
I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But you know, people gonna do what they do. They gonna run narratives. They gonna say Big Chuck is dick sucking and all this shit.
Yeah, we definitely gonna say Big Chuck is dick sucking. Hey, we definitely know you over there. I guess he's talking about us, fellas.
We assuming they know it's interpretation, bro. Understanding, comprehension, and interpretation. Them two things is important.
Yeah,
if you don't know how to comprehend or interpret what you're hearing,
did you give your
fall
time
short.
back though? Did you free yourself?
Of course.
Exactly. So why would I listen to a nigga who freed themselves versus a nigga who he popped out, he had tons of what the fuck, nigga? Like this nigga know his shit.
But this not even complicated. I say it got a definition. This is something that's simple. It's not even complex.
Hey, Wack, you hear that? That's
this
true,
was
bro.
crazy though, right?
Because I remember I said earlier you could chat GPT it. You put it in chat GPT and it'll tell you.
This was crazy. Ain't nobody ever filed no case on me. I tell niggas about my cases. You only know about Texas because I told you. I told you about the case. How this nigga get a dismissal? This is crazy, bro. A lot of these niggas don't even know the law. They don't even understand. These niggas get pulled over, the police say, will you allow me to search? Yeah, no problem, officer. Nigga, I wouldn't give a
And
fuck.
they got look. I watched the body
I'm not never giving the
day,
police consent to search, because if you give them consent and you think you're clean, they can put something in there. And now that you gave them
I
consent, you
seen
fucked
niggas
up.
on them body cams. Like I watched them body cams footage. Shout out my boy, he doing this shit, right? But look, bro, I look at them body cam footage all the time, bro. I just be looking at it for the hell of it. It's entertainment to me, right? And you know what I mean, niggas that know they got some shit, they be like, yeah, you can search. Like, what the fuck?
Dumb as fuck.
Is you dumb, nigga? Hey, Rudy Lowe, you be seeing that shit?
What, body cam?
Yeah, the body cams, niggas be like, yeah, you can search. They be like, we found 5 bricks. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, why would you give them consent to do anything?
Listen, bro, I wouldn't give a fuck. It wasn't nothing in the car. I ain't giving you consent to search ever.
I agree.
Because you catch a dirty cop, put something in your car, and guess what? You gave him the right to search.
Exactly. And I like I know a lot of motherfuckers like Rudy Lowe, you know what I'm saying, who in beat cases and shit, and they gave their time back. Like I know some niggas who trying to come home, you know what I'm saying? Like I know niggas like Wack, you know what I be doing, bro. I be doing it for the people, bro. And I know some people that have done some shit and they trying to come home, bro. And at the end of the day, it's like you think you gonna fool me, nigga? You can't fool me with the shenanigans, nigga. Go fool your motherfucking self, bro. Like, I get it. You hate Wack.
These niggas hate my guts for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but why they ain't read all the paper? What, bro?
Hey,
I
Wack,
just
I
put the
don't know
first
if I was the
paperwork out
first
there.
person to tell you that, bro. But you remember years ago, I told you, I was like, hey, Wack, you was like, yo, Chuck, why they do this? And I was like, they hate you, nigga. Hey, remember I told you that, bro?
I mean, I don't give a fuck. I always ask niggas, what you got against me? They can't kill me.
This nigga right here, watch this. Yo, 20 bits. What you got against Wack? You tell him every time, bro. You be like, yeah, well, I got your mans up here. He said he didn't know you. He told you if he did know, you come the fuck down, nigga. That's my mans. Go holler at your brother. That's what he told you, 20 bits. You know that, bro.
Half these niggas wasn't even born when I paroled out the penitentiary. Had a nigga tell me, bro, these little kids to be, all right, Wack, how many bodies you got? You little bitch ass nigga. We don't have them type of conversations. The fuck is you talking about, little nigga? Stupid or
You
something?
say how many bodies
Man, niggas is weird as a motherfucker.
That's the world.
What that got to do with the Texas case?
If you official, how many motherfuckers you done did this to? Nigga, what are you talking about? We don't have them type of conversations.
Why would I do that? Hey, Wack, even myself, right? Niggas say they expose me, expose all that. What I since then, what I tell you, Wack? I'm just a blogger. I'm a blogger.
That's it.
Right? I'm a blogger. They right? They got it. I talk to people behind the scenes, and they told me like, look, bro, no sir, and they made sense. They like, yo, bro, you don't know what motherfuckers got going on. If a nigga here with motherfuckers a week ago, you talking about this and that, bro, online, nigga, they gonna tie you to that shit. You ain't even involved in that shit no more. I'm like, for sure.
Jumped up.
Nigga.
Who's he jumping up on?
Man, they about to get rowdy. Y'all heard that shit? Hey, Rudy Lowe, but that's what like motherfuckers were telling me though. They like, man, Chuck, like shit, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know for sure, nigga. You know where you from, woo. But listen to this though. You seeing that shit all online, bro. You don't know what's coming, bro. Niggas looking to get niggas Ricos, bro. If a nigga hit, then what, bro?
Y'all be sure to keep that bell on. I will deliver 24/7.
So that's all they was talking about. They brought it up. He can't get away from that damn Texas gun case. Let's see what the good people talking about, and then we gonna get into the Streettv shit. Let's see what they saying. Greg thought him telling Dog that Box was snitching was the perfect way to get him in for grace. Dog was too smart, right? Exactly. He tried to play in our face with semantics, right? Greg hates Stutterbox more than Wack. That is so weird. Yeah, it is weird, but I understand why. Renegade Duchess, salute to Deuce, Eminem, what's happening? You already know Mike Beasy was breednacking. Wack already has some murders for them on deck. Yeah. Hey, hit the like button. Bambi, facts. Box got caught on wiretap saying Greg and his partner was on his payroll. Bro, that's why they hate Stutterbox the most. I think Stutterbox is a lot faster than a lot of us thought. He stutters, and that's like he's baiting the motherfucker in because you thinking that he's slow. But a nigga don't pull a $7 million move and multi-million-dollar moves and ride around the Rolls Royce and Bentleys. Now, did he do foul? Definitely. He admitted that. But what I'm saying is he knew that the wiretaps were recorded. And while the wiretaps were recording, he made sure that he told somebody, all right, don't trip. I got the crooked police in my pocket. So I'm going to holler at the police and find out. The crooked police referring to Darren Dupree. You know what I'm saying? So Greg Caton's partner. So they hate him for that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Chuck cheerleading for most likely told to talk about he freed himself. Right. G-Mac, these buses ain't ranking the power roof field to question a real rep like Wacko who always be solid on the B team. He had hot ones and Rico's thanks to Veggie Wrong. Right. Veggie Wrong gave him the hot ones. Wack loved eating online like Snitch Hunted. How is Wack making a living? There's no way Clubhouse is paying like that, if at all. No, Clubhouse don't pay at all. I think that's that informant check. I think they make 100 and some.
Right.
The bar is open
to 100,000 a year.
Right. Smacking and slurping, nasty work. Sound like it's feeding time at the zoo. That's exactly what Wack did. Can I search your car? He said, yeah. Shake it. He did say that. That's crazy. He talked about niggas is stupid. Nigga, you told him they could search it. No, he told them that they couldn't. I take that back. That's why they brought the dog, and that what gave him the proper call. Right. Chuck is civilian. He has no street smarts at all. He like 600 from the area, but not of the area. Right. He over there eating lunch when he said, they sound so dumb. Right. Salute, chat. Big J, 2-1. Juvie, that's exactly what Wack's scary ass did. Let him search the vehicle. There's no way his danglers are still believing what. We need to get Officer Chase's attention. Bro, I was looking it up. Remember, he was like a ranger. And he might be in retirement, but I've been looking on social media. I tried to call the Texas TPD. You know what I'm saying? State trooper, I wasn't able to get in contact. Nobody answers phones. I'm mad as a motherfucker, bro. I wasted like 2-3 days trying to get anybody on the line from TPD so I could do it. Bang that like button we got 200 people in the chat. Wack has been getting people indicted for decades. Johnny Brasco, everybody hates him. Wack always deflected. Wait a minute, wasn't you just lying about beating bodies on bodies at 10? Yeah, I just uploaded that too. And I'm uploading some more stuff. I was going to show it with this stuff, but I had to go get Maria And then she fed me. They hate on WACK because they want clout. Damn, that's what it is. You think WACK got the clout and he the rat? That's why. Damn, I guess this is the new matrix we live in. The rats got the clout and money, and everybody is chasing after the rats only because of that. Maybe it was Shanika Town Biz. WACK, stop it. You never laid nothing down. Hit the like button and fuck WACK. I'll tell him to his face. Chuck has to know, or WACK been promising. Man, I think Chuck might be an agent too. You know what I'm saying? Steffi Weffy, salute Southern Force, Blue Hearts, salute Deuce Minds in the chat. Active Chuck, salute. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Southern Force if y'all haven't already subscribed. I feel for R&B kids. Shaking my head, she inserts herself, so she's a target too. That was part of the rules, or ain't that a part of the rules? Yeah. So Chuck don't say he from No Limit no more because he don't want a RICO, or it's because they came on Clubhouse and said they don't know that mark. Both of them.
Clubhouse. I was there. Clubhouse. Definitely.
Chuck and Ray Give TV splits the money for the WACK content because a federal agent can't monetize the channel, so he uses them and Adam and Act and the rest of the police channels. Then Chuck bring Terrence up. He should have known better. Oh, yeah. It's one thing worse than a rat. That's accusing someone of being a rat with no damn paperwork. I live in Texas. Either you take your charge and stand on it or you snitch. In the interest of justice means you cooperated with the authorities. Plus, Texas do not like Cali, white or black. Damn. WACK knows exactly who to use for his narratives of out-of-town ninjas. Yeah, you're right about that, bro. And they have annual award meetings probably on social media. We don't have to agree, but I hit the like, but homie. Oh, wait. You was the one that was popping some other shit about cloud chasing. Listen, bro, we not giving you no attention. We got the content. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it or you too slow to understand what's going on, that's your bad.
Lawsuit.
You know?
WorldStarHipHop for $5 million. He claims he won the lawsuit. He said it's over.
And what's the deal with that?
Well, I got the docket entries right here, and this case is still pending. It's still opening, and I think that what occurred here was Media Labs is WorldStarHipHop. So this is a lawsuit he filed against Media Labs, and on November 6th, Media Labs requested a dismissal, and basically the judge said, no, we're not going to dismiss the case. It's still going to go forward. So on November 7th, the case is removed from the special status, and then also order to show cause. Order to show cause means there's enough for this case to continue. And look at the next court date. Order to show cause.
In the beat top of the year.
January 9th, 2026. This case is still going. There is no settlement. No one won any money. And it seems as if he's going around on Clubhouse talking about he won the case. And this is crazy. The amount of blatant lies that are told. Like, what type of person do you have to be to tell a lie that we can all just go look it up to see if it's true or not? It's one thing to tell a lie that we don't really know. We can't find out. But to tell a lie that anybody could just use their fingertips to go pull it up is, to me, diabolical. It's like, I don't even want to ever hear from you again if your level of lies is so egregious that it'll take me 5 seconds to dissect it. Why are we listening to a person like this? Why is this person even entertaining, Munchie?
So wait, what was we got the Clubhouse snippet where he was saying, like, he literally said, like, you know, like I won type, like Ali kind of rant type of thing.
I'm sure that's fine. On the WorldStar website, there was a video purporting to contain evidence and allegations of WACK100 being a federal informant. This video ran on the WorldStar site. You see it. You're upset. You reach out.
basically the gist of what happened is that Big U, who has a close working relationship with WorldStar because they at one point hosted his podcast, Checking In, which I filmed an episode of that never came out, and all of season 2 never came out, but Big U basically sent it to WorldStar, told
His
them
business partners
this was legit, and said, "Hey, can y'all post this?" Apparently, they didn't really feel the need to do any background research into it, and they did release it. They put it on their platform, and then you basically threatened them and said, "Hey,
Lily,
I'm suing you because you posted false information about me."
I did not threaten them.
You just sued them.
Yes.
And then they settled.
Well, they filed a they tried to file some paperwork. The judge pretty much said we need to research this because see, here goes the thing. When you file a civil suit on somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
All doors are open.
Meaning you have access to their texts, their
You
emails.
get access to everything pertaining to this.
But it's like you get search terms. Like you're able to basically be like, I want to do discovery on WACK100's phone, and I want to see anything containing the word Adam and no jumper.
You get to open the files up to a case, everything, thorough, full investigation, right? It was crazy because it's a document that says that whoever this back and CS2 dude is in fear of his family in the main streets. I'm not for main
No,
streets.
they didn't say your
I've
family
never
was in the main
stepped
street. Stop
foot
lying.
in the main streets in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I may have drove down the street, but I've never been in the main streets. And he was a low-level drug dealer, right? I'm not a drug dealer. And if I was a drug dealer, I definitely wouldn't be a low-level one if that's what I chose to do. But they ran their narrative, Big U with his slow ass, right? Went over there with his business partners, and this is what's funny, and got them to do it. They trusted it, right? When I filed the suit, they doubled back to him. Hey, send us, he ain't have nothing. Right? So the judge like, hey, put it on the table, right? Ain't nothing there. There's nothing to show that this man is whoever this individual is.
But so this got to the point where it was almost going to go to trial?
Hell yeah, because at this point in time, when they filed their motion and the judge was like, no, y'all got to put it on the table.
How much do you think you spent?
Who?
On challenging them? Like, I mean, it costs a lot of money to prepare this kind of legal defense.
I don't know, because and this is what I tell people. Look, man, I'm not one of these dudes. You should understand this. Well, I don't know how you do yours. My attorneys stay on continuous retainer. So I don't really get bills like that because it's a continuous thing that just goes to them.
But what the f are your lawyers doing the rest of the time? Because I'm not like
it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. When it pops up, they deal with it. I may have 2-3 things going on at one time. You got to remember, it just ain't for me, it's for my clients as well, right? So depending on what's going on, I may put them on it. So I can ask them, you know what I mean? I know we did all right. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that this?
I know we wasn't 5 figures. I know we was 6 figures. We was 6
If that
figures.
like
We
button
was
if
6
you just
figures.
came in.
That's the headline on No Jumper. I just didn't click on it.
Yeah,
I'm not up to date because he be sending me the clubhouse stuff. Like I don't get none of my clubhouse information if it's not in the group chat or something like that.
But but I know that no one's going for it because 80% of the comments are like lies.
All this comment section look like
yeah. Hey, that's bad when your own comments on your own channel aren't even rocking with you. So are we just watching a clown show? Is that what we're being entertained by? It's more of a clown show.
Rock the clown.
One of the things I don't agree with is that all press is good press. I will never ever agree with that slogan.
I don't like that slogan either.
I don't agree with
There's some people that die by that.
Yeah.
I don't care what they're saying about me. As long as my name is in the press, I'm happy.
Yeah, we like to sometimes on the show, we like to do a like either or with the girls. And recently we asked the last one, would you rather go viral for the wrong reason or never go viral at all?
And what's the percentages on that?
She said the wrong reason. She was like, I feel like I've already been viral for the wrong reason, you know, because you know a lot of these girls got OFs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
If you got an OnlyFans page, that doesn't even matter to you.
Right. Yeah. So I think a lot of people live and die by that. Not just speaking about this situation, but just a lot of stuff where people just rather have their name in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like my homie had to put me on the phrase lolcow, where people have an audience that basically hates them and they feed their audience like reasons to hate them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like doing something embarrassing to themselves or, you know, just like, you know, in this circumstance where you guys are saying that he's lying about this, you know, it's just something that I guess that people are engaging in on the internet. You know, WACK doesn't claim to be a journalist. I think he looks at himself as more of an entertainment figure. So I guess if you know, if he stands by the idea that all press is good press, if his name's in the algorithm and it's doing numbers and stuff, then he's okay with it, you know.
Well, he definitely gets mad at Munchie and myself when we expose some of his lies. He tends to go at us harder.
Hey, bro, if you ain't seen the paperwork, then you been MIA. You must be new here, bro. We done showed the paperwork 100 times.
And anybody else that criticizes him.
I've seen a little bit of it. Trust me, from the fan standpoint to now being in the audience, into the, you know, group or whatever, in the media, like, hey, WACK said, me too. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even do anything. I was just on the couch. Type of thing.
No, ain't nothing wrong.
Hey, the funniest WACK moment was when he was in Las Vegas court via Zoom, and the prosecutor was tearing his ass up, exposing his lies.
Oh, this was good.
It's going to be live TV interview. Yeah, so you agree that you did a live TV interview, is that right?
I work for Vlad. I'm contracted to go to Vlad. I go there like every 2-3 months.
And in fact, you did one about a month ago, is that right?
1 or 2 ago.
That's exactly why. How you don't know how much you paid your lawyer?
About 2-3 months ago.
I think Mr. Arnold will
Yes, sir.
That the person depicted as WACK100 is Mr. Jones.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I think we have foundation for the Vlad interview for 21. You may play.
His lawyer did an interview recently and said KIWE is a liar. He made up all this stuff just to make some money from people like, you know, me for interviews and to get out of a serious drug case. He was never in Las Vegas. All of this is fake. And he's not connected to Tupac's murder at all.
Yeah, I believe him.
Excuse me, sir. How old were you
Oh,
when you
that's
made your
the
first
cold
million?
one. Hold on.
We're trying to get advice for the.
Hold on.
You believe him?
This is a cold one. Great comment, bro. Damn it. The comment left that quick. Hold on. Hold on here. Wait, that wasn't it, was it? Right. WACK could pay for a lawyer. None stopping for doing nothing. No, that ain't it. Damn, we can't oh, here we go. He can't afford to keep the studio 76 Beck Avenue. Pull up, bitch. Paru, you going to bed. He ain't even got that no more. So he couldn't pay that. He can't afford to keep his house. Facts. He lost the house. I forgot how much he owed on it. He can't even afford to pay for his kids' school. But he didn't have enough of the $114,000 in his account long enough to prove that to the judge. This is the court right here where he was trying to bail out KIWE. But he got money for an attorney on oh yeah, that's nasty work, bro. Hey, CS2 back the
Do I believe him? That's up to law enforcement. I'm not gonna say.
KIWE got a bail. He's supposed to be home.
That's up to law
He's supposed to be
enforcement.
home in the next, but I've been thinking about going to bail him out.
You gonna bail out KIWE?
Yeah, it's only $75,000.
Well, because it's $1 million bond?
Like $750.
$750, so you gotta put up $75,000.
Yeah, I've been thinking about going to get him and what the stipulations that I do the series on it. People will watch it.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, did you hear that interview? Yeah, and it's fair to say that.
You understand, Vlad?
Wait, sir. You can answer my questions. I'm sure Mr. Arnold has questions for you. You can answer them. So it's fair to say that you said you would.
Oh yeah, well you a Rue from Dago, salute, funk. I'm Eminem from Brim. If you didn't know, yeah, Blood's a rat, dead homies, and we got to work. You know what I'm saying? From a couple cases. You know what I'm saying?
Bail Mr. Davis out as long as he follows some stipulations, correct?
Well, that's just entertainment, right?
Sir, my question requires, sir, my question simply requires a yes or no answer. Did you tell, or did you say that you would bail out Mr. Davis, assuming he follows some stipulations?
We're glad, me and Black discussed that. I'm just gonna say that we discussed what we're gonna do before we interview. That everybody knows that about Black.
And in fact, you said that you would bail him out in return for an agreement to do a series on Mr. Davis's life, correct?
That's what I said to Vlad, but EPD is already involved in somebody. With that, I believe with his book, I have no contracts with him, no dealings with him on that.
Okay, so you're saying what you said on there is just not true.
We have, before you go on Vlad, you have a discussion about what you're gonna talk about, what needs to be said, so we can drive the views. There's nothing about Vlad or nothing about YouTube that says that we're being truthful about what we're saying, we're entertaining. I'm just, being truthful, which I do a lot of interviews. I do interviews every week on No Jumper, and we sit there and we BS about things and we exaggerate.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm 47.
It's a view thing. They pay you for that.
Okay.
I just look this good. You know what I'm saying?
The truth when you're on.
I make it look good.
You see, it wasn't accurate. I was gonna, that's what the conversation was. I would have gave you the accurate number. That's what it was.
All right, Your Honor. At this point, I would like to publish a jail call between Mr. Davis and Mr. Jones.
He was lying in court, under oath.
What case was this?
That was trying to bail out KIWE. You never saw that video?
No, I never saw that. I know he said he was trying to do something for him or whatever, trying to help him out with his case because he felt bad. He's an old dude in jail, but I didn't see anything past that.
Oh, he wasn't just there lying.
Oh,
they said, okay, let's play this clip. After he would testify, let's play this clip. Well, this is what you said here, Mr. Jones. Well, that's just an interview. We just do that. Yeah, we just make shit up sometimes, Yeah. He admitted they make shit up on Vlad TV.
Damn.
So that's the funniest clip for me.
They had him dead to rights like that. So they watching the podcast like every day.
Hey, every single prosecutor, every single defense attorney is looking at your social media if you are in the courts.
Yeah.
Civil case, criminal case, it doesn't matter. This was a civil case.
Right.
It wasn't even a civil case. It was just a bail hearing, it's just a bail hearing. And they are dissecting everything he was lying about on the internet.
Which ain't hard to do.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. And it didn't make it made a whole lot of sense that he had Loose Cannon as his right-hand man for a year. they were a perfect tandem.
Yeah, well, but he like
for real.
He don't deal with people his caliber. He deal with like that little crackhead dude off Clubhouse Beast. He deal with people like 600, Loose Cannon, like flunkies, like people like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, so he's on Clubhouse saying that he won the case. I'm not CS2 back. They owe me $5 million. And the next court date is in January of 2026. So that case is still going. It's probably going to end up going for about another year. We don't know what the outcome's going to be.
I do.
Well, you got a crystal ball that I don't
Well,
have.
a new one. If it's a new one, Luke from the Lou, I ain't seen it.
Say you
hey, Luke from the Lou got his old page back.
You can't go either way.
Well, he's basically he's saying that WorldStarHipHop slandered his name, so he's got to prove something in that documentary that DUSE M has pretty much produced was slander towards him.
So he got to prove that my documentary was slander to him. This is what they're saying. Nasty work.
Wow, you CS2 back and suspect number 4. You still free? You free for a reason, bro.
Oh yeah, he's suspect. Oh, let me also say before we wrap this up, it has been 11 months since the no jumper beating.
You need to stop counting.
No, because I believe it's coming down. I believe that an indictment is coming down. And the longer it takes, the more it lets me know it's in the Fed's hands. It's out of Burbank's hands now. Because if it was in Burbank's hands, it would have been an arrest. So Burbank has to step back, turned it over to the feds. You know, the feds love to say after an 18-month investigation or after a 24-month investigation. Sometimes they might even say after a 3-year investigation.
Wait, but why are you guys tying WACK into that though? I thought that was Loose Cannon's.
WACK is suspect number 4 in that paperwork.
Yeah, in the police. Did you ever read the Burbank police report?
That's one thing I don't do is I don't be pulling people's paperwork.
We didn't pull it.
Oh, it's out there.
It's so high profile.
Oh, okay.
He got his ass beat butt ass naked, but no jump.
I saw that video. And I did hear WACK's defense of because Adam was kind of upset at him for it and stuff. And I watched that play out, and he said I didn't do anything.
Okay,
I didn't put hands on the man? My people didn't do anything. I'm up against the wall,
and you believed him.
Video looked like
You didn't hear him bragging about the beating on Clubhouse then?
No.
Yeah, you come up there and mess with me. This is what happens.
He bragged about it like he said to him.
And you know what else he didn't hear?
It's still on the internet.
I did not hear that. I thought he was pretty remorseful.
I was in there working, and before I go in, they know if we expecting anybody. So nigga pulled up. I'll give y'all a slight visual of one of the individuals. PTR. That's one of the individuals after the double stripping occurred. They pulled up. They said, "What's up, homie?" They said, "Yeah, we here to holler at WACK." And that was the outcome. The other one was in the back. He crawled in the trash can himself trying to get away. I don't think he know he was at. But I keep warning y'all, I am not a rapper. Don't come playing. Don't come playing, my nigga. I keep trying to help y'all. Do not believe that I am a 47-year-old survivor. I am a paranoid nigga that's not driven by fear, and my team around me ain't playing. They not playing.
They not playing.
That nigga is butt ass naked with socks on. Knock the fuck out.
He got double stripped.
Because I think it was the Adam and WACK show where they had a little confrontation.
He was
about it.
remorseful because he didn't get the response he thought he was gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost certain indictments are coming down, but I will say I'm not 100% clear if WACK was going to be part of that. But the feds could really link you into something with very little action.
Right.
And it seems like he was sort of the ringleader that night. It seems as if his crew participated, to a certain degree.
I don't say his crew, he participated. They were just there.
No, there's people picking up jewelry off the ground that belonged to the people that got beat up.
And that's the fact. Why you bring if he go on Adam and WACK show, he go, "Oh, here go the watch. I told him who got the watch. Give it to me." Man, and if the watch was fake, and if it was Michael's Kors, but why you even bring it back?
Yeah, that was.
So you brought some stolen evidence back in front of 5 million subscribers. I mean, he's a police. That nigga's a deputy.
All right, man.
The fuck,
Ricky Roy.
Yes, sir.
Let the people know where they can find you at, man.
Man, you guys can tap in with me.
Hi, my name is Tammy, and I would like to give you a view reason
So that's it.
why you
Shout
should
out Alex Alonso, Streettv, man, for the hot content. We're going to get up off of that. We finna get up out of here, but I did want to find Loose Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, matter of fact, I think I sent it to Scanless. Let me see, Scanless Los Angeles TV. This is really important. And I'm not gonna find that shit that quick. Tremaine Williams. Yeah, I can't find it. I know it's in one of those DUSE movies, but we ain't got the time. I want to thank everybody for coming. Bang that like button, man. Rez Brown was bragging. You already know. Salute. But West, DUSE M, salute. Active Chuck, DAMU and KIWE conversation. Man, salute to you, Mad Judah. Oh, haven't seen a checkpoint where you need a badge to get through. You don't drink or smoke. He said he's not driven by fear, but don't come outside unless he got people protecting him. Yeah, he been said he was real paranoid. He's so contradictory. He's a hypocrite, bro. But look, we finna get up out of here. Southern Forest, you want to take us out? Anything you want to say on our way out of here? I think he muted up. We up out of here though. Till tomorrow, DAMU KIWE conversation. Turn on that notification bell.